They say that the Earth was created in less than 7 days, but I think we can do it in under 30 minutes. So let's get started. First, we need to download some textures, so go to this website, solarsystemscope.com/textures, and come to Earth. Just download the EarthDay, Night, Clouds, and Specular. For the clouds, you need to bring it to Photoshop and do an inverted version. And for Specular, it's a TIFF file. I like to convert that to a JPEG. So once those files are downloaded, you've created a project. Just load up mine, and we'll create the Earth. There it is, we'll call it Earth. It's a sphere. And I'm just going to scale it up 20. Give it 60 subdivisions. Hit 3 on the keyboard to make it round or smoothed. We need to create a light source. Create lights. Directional light. Drag it to the side. Just rotate it around 90 degrees. Minus 90. Let's point it down a bit. Maybe minus 3. Control A. Let's go to the Arnold tab. Increase the exposure to 3.5. I'll just render this out. Okay, we just need to add a texture now. Go to Hypershade. Let's create a standard surface shader. Double click on that. Let's call it EarthDay. Color, file. We'll grab that EarthDay JPEG. Click on the object, right click on this in the hypershader, assign material to selection. Hit 6 on the keyboard so we can see it. Render that out. Okay, I just want to rotate it around. Oops. Pressing E on the keyboard until Australia comes into view. Something like minus 58. That'll do. Let's save that out. Earth. Okay, let's add some bump map to this now. Go back to the shader. Go to geometry. Bump mapping. File. Let's grab the same file again. It's pretty strong, so we're going to have to bring that down. Press this button. Come to value or bump depth. 0.1. See how that looks. It's a little bit stronger. 0.05. Way too strong. 0.01. That'll do for now. But look at this specular light. I don't want actually hitting that island or that continent. I want it to sort of hit the ocean, but not any of the landmass. So we need to adjust the specular. Let's go back to the shader. Go to specular. Color. File. Earth specular map JPEG. Okay, that's good. So it's only on the ocean, it's not on the landmass. But it's still a bit strong. So I'm just going to drop the weight down to 0.3. And bump up the roughness, 0.4. That's much better. Much more natural. So let's save that. But we want the dark side of the Earth to be the night lights, the city lights, and the light side to show the Earth as it is now. So we're going to have to use a mix shader. So let's go back to the hypershade. mix. Bring up the mix shader. Just double click on that. We'll just rename this to day, night, mix. I'm going to delete this, drag this over here. So we're going to take the out color and plug it into shader 2. Okay, let's assign this shader, this mix shader, to our earth. So let's see what values we have in here. On blend mode, shader 1 is going to be the night shader, which we'll create in a moment. Let's see how this looks. So it's very similar. So we'll create the night shader now, and then we'll plug it into this mix shader. So once again, we're just creating a standard shader, standard surface. Let's call this Earth Night. Delete that. Let's plug the out color into shader 1. Let's bring that up there. So we'll click on Earth Night. And we don't want color, we'll bring it to 0. We're going to use emission instead. First of all, I'll get rid of Specular as well. Emission. Earth night map. And we'll give it a weight of 1. See how this looks now. So you can see the night lights are there. Unfortunately, they're also over there. So it's actually blended half of each. So that's not what we want. I will bump this emission weight up to 3. So it's quite bright. There we go. You can see it even more now. So these lights over here should not be on. It should only be the dark side. That's a simple fix. Well, it's a bit involved, but we'll run through it. So we need to use this node called the aiFacingRatio. So this is how we just capture the light side. We need to create a ramp. Ramp node. Where's that? Oh, here it is. Select that. We will take the out value, plug into V. Just double click on the ramp. I'm going to bring this to about 0.8. Now the color of this to mix. I'll just bring the red channel, doesn't matter which channel. And see how this looks. Okay, so it's still grabbing these lights here. Let's go back to this ramp. Bring it all the way over here. Change this to smooth. See how that works. Okay. I've actually played with these values before, so I know this will work. Do a bit of a color correction, grab a gamma node. Take the out red into the X value. Bump this up to 4s. Out value into mix. Delete this. It's a bit fiddly. Out X into mix. Okay, so we're not getting lights over there now. This is a bit weaker. Dump up the emission. So let's go back to this ramp. Oh, it's come around the wrong side there. So we're going to create the clouds now. So it's a simple matter of grabbing Earth. I'm just going to freeze these transformations, delete history. Let's duplicate it, Control D. Call this one clouds. Now the scale's up 1.04. Create a new shader. It's getting a bit busy here, but we'll cope. Double click on that. Let's call this clouds. Assign it to the clouds geometry. Color will be that clouds file. Earth clouds. And let's just bump down, roughen up the specular a bit, don't it too shiny. That'll do. See how this looks. Unfortunately, you can't see the Earth beneath it now, so we're going to have to create transparency. So let's go to Geometry Opacity, File, let's go those clouds again. Now this still won't work. I can show you why. You need to go to the geometry, cloud shape, uncheck the opaque, click off it, click back on it again. So there we have it. Those clouds are quite quite out in space at the moment, so I'm going to have to bring them a bit closer to Earth. Let's see the casting a shadow. So what scale did that? 0.04. Should be 1.004. So let's see how this looks now. Ah, much better. But we want to have, these clouds are just a texture. We want to create a displacement map over the top of it so that they jut out in 3D. So I'm going to change the specularity. Bring it down a bit, 0.3, roughness 0.3. That looks good. Save it. So we need to go to the clouds shading group, Where's our cloud? Bring it over here. Yeah. So click on this guy. Go back to this attribute editor. Shading group attributes, displacement material. And this is when we grab the inverted version of the cloud. So white becomes black, black becomes white, and all the greys in between. So you need to create that in Photoshop. See how this looks. Yeah, it's a bit more of a 3D look now, but it's jutting off quite out into space. I'll show you down the bottom here. Yeah, that's too three-dimensional, so we need to scale that back a bit. So click on that. Scale 0.15, so 15%. Yeah, that's a much more subtle, maybe 0.2. So there's a very subtle amount of three-dimensionality to that, without it being crazy, going up into space. Depends how cartoony or how realistic you want this to be. Okay, now we need to create the atmosphere. So let's grab the Earth, hit Control D, duplicate. This time, okay, so we'll call it Atmos. Scale it up to 1.02. So we need to create a new shader. Standard surface. Where is it? Graph network. Let's start with a blank sheet. Let's double click on that. Rename this to Atmos. Yeah, so assign it to that geometry. Okay. Should be just a white ball. Yep. Let's go back to the shader. Specularity 0. We don't have any shininess. Now we use that same trick we did before with the facing ratio. Node. Let's double click on that. This time we need to change the bias. The values I found that work best 0.4 and leave gain at 0.5. Just take my word for it. Create a ramp. Ramp node. Once again, out value to V. Now this ramp's going to be quite colourful, unlike before. And these are the values that work best with the atmosphere. We want a sort of purple colour on the outside. 266. So these values will be in the description below. Position 0. So saturation 1, 0.66. Next one's going to be there. Position 0.07. It's going to be a blue color. Hue of, it keeps doing this, 235. Saturation of 1, 0.66. So I'm going to create smooth, vramp. Next one is going to be cyan color, position 1.6, pretty close to the mark. .07, 0.6, and 0.24. .53. A bit more saturated than that. Okay, the next one is going to be 0.5. So from left to right, this is the outer atmosphere, or the very outer, sort of the edge, working way into the middle of the planet. So it'll be a darker cyan. Becoming less blue at the same time. 0.7. 0.3. And the last one. Hmm. 199. 0.8. Save that. So we're going to take this out color, the base color. Actually, we also need to go to Atmos shape, uncheck opaque, so you can see through it. See how this looks. It's getting there. So we also need to drag this into the transparency. Opacity. So the darker the color towards the middle of the Earth, the more transparent it becomes. And there we have our atmosphere. It's pretty amazing, really. So you can see on the outside there, you get towards light cyan as you get towards the middle. Here it becomes less. And you can play around the color correction and the colors on this to your taste. Okay, we'll just add the Milky Way background now. So let's go to Arnold. Lights. Sky Dome. color. File. Grab that Milky Way file. So render out a nice copy now. Growing up. You know, we'll get rid of subsurface altogether. Now I think we should bring up the specular highlighter a little bit. It seems to have disappeared. So we'll go back to Earth. On the EarthDay shader. Specular 0.5. Roughness 3.5. That's a bit stronger. Okay, I just want to rotate the Earth a bit. Rub the Earth. Atmosphere. I'm going to group these together. Call it Earth system. Then I'm going to grab that, the directional light, call this Earth and Sun. So we just want to rotate the Earth system. Just, we don't want to affect the Sun. There we go, see how this looks. And just a little bit more. A little bit more. That's nice. So we can tweak this for hours, but I think you get the idea. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And please subscribe and write down in the comments if there's any tutorials that you want me to create for you. Okay, thanks, bye.